think it's because I took my time, y'all. I took my time. Look at that. Oh, one more bite. Ooh, look at that bite. Look at that bite, y'all. Last bite. You guys hear that? Homemade chips, you guys, look. Homemade chips. If you have a little bit of patience and a little bit of time, you will be very proud of yourself and you will almost prefer to make this stuff at home. I promise you, if you give it a chance, if you trust in me. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. As usual, let's jump right in. And today I'm going to be making my bread first. I am sorry that it is out of focus and overexposed. Sometimes I don't realize how the settings on my camera are until I run it back on post-production. But I'm going to be starting my bread, and today I'm doing it in a bowl just to switch it up and to make it even easier to show you guys that it can be done in a bowl as well. So I'm going to be doing it in a bowl, and on top of that I'm only doing yeast, bread flour, sugar, water, and salt is all I'm doing. Like I said, I will have this all linked down in the description below. It's super simple, and I just add the water into the consistency that I like to see. You guys know how I do. I will say that this bread turned out amazing. It's very chewy in the inside, and that's what bread dough is known to do, or bread flour is known to do to your flour. And I am going to cover it up and let it rest for 45 minutes till it doubles. Then I'm going to punch it down, and then I'm going to do that 3 or 4 times. If you have the time, you start early in the morning or whenever, you can just do this and just keep coming back to it every 45 minutes and punching it down. All that's going to do is just keep creating connections with the gluten inside the dough, and then you get that airy pocketness that you're looking for. And then after it is done proofing for the 3rd or 4th time, I believe, I am going to start shaping the dough, shaping my baguettes. So I'm going to cut it in half as evenly as I can get it. I'm not going to pull out a scale because it's pretty straightforward. I'm only making 2. And then I'm going to start rolling it and then pinching it down. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully you guys can see the way that I'm rolling it and how I'm doing it so that it makes sense. And then I just kind of roll it off and make it as even as possible. Then I transfer it to a sheet tray and I let it proof again for another 45 minutes, or you see it double in size. And then I score it with a very sharp knife. Don't do this with a dull knife cut, because what you'll end up doing is dragging the bread, and then you'll ruin your beautifully shaped dough that you just did. So make sure you're being careful, and make sure you use a sharp knife if you're going to do this. Obviously, you don't have to do this. This is just like an aesthetic. And I pull it out and they just look so pretty, y'all. They look very adorable. Now moving on, I'm going to start doing my chips, which was, it's a process. It's a little bit of a process, but it's not so much that, you know, it's overwhelming. So basically I'm going to peel all of my potatoes. You can keep the skin on, but like I said, I'm playing around with skin on versus skin off and how it affects the browning of potatoes after they fry. But I get my mandolin and I make sure I have it on thin slices, as thin as your mandolin will go. And then you're just going to slice. You're going to start slicing. But be careful, you guys. Please be careful with this. Do not cut yourself. Take it slow. You can cut them, but the consistency of your cuts might not be as thin as if you just use a mandolin. So like I said, take it slow, take it easy. But they come out really thin when you use the mandolin. I'm just going to slice them into the water so they're not sitting out and browning, you guys. And plus you want them in the water so that the starch can be released from the potato. After I'm done doing that, I rinse out the potatoes, put them into one of my containers and just pour fresh water over it. And I actually let those sit overnight. And then the next day, I'm going to parboil them. What I'm going to do is boil them for 3 to 4 minutes until you kind of see them transparent, until you see that the potato is translucent. So you boil them for only 3 to 4 minutes. If you boil them too long, they'll end up breaking or breaking in half. So don't boil them too long, just until you see that they're transparent. And as soon as you do that, you want to get a sheet tray with a towel. And then you want to lay them out so that they can dry out as much as possible. And once they have sat out for a little bit to dry, once you see them, it doesn't even take me very long, like 10 minutes. You want to get your oil heated up. I'm just using regular canola oil. And then you want to just put your chips in. I don't actually know the temp of this. I think it was around 350. The oil is like right around 350, and you don't want to overcrowd your pan. As soon as I start to see the chips become clear, like also more translucent, like how a chip would look, and you see that some of them are a little bit clear, some of them have a little bit of browning, that's how you know that it's done. And then after that, I just toss them in my bowl and put my seasonings. What I did was salt, dill, and citric acid, because like I mentioned in the mukbang part, I ordered vinegar powder, but it didn't get here in time. So I just used what I had, which was citric acid, and citric acid adds, it's a preservative, but it also adds like that zing. And then I also did dill and salt. And now I'm going to start my, I kept calling it aioli in the mukbang part, and I have no clue why. But I'm going to start my charred onion and jalapeno ranch, because it was more of a ranch. I made it more like a ranch, so I don't know why I kept calling it aioli. But basically I'm doing I do a jalapeno, a couple serranos, and some onion, and I'm just going to char that on my cast iron skillet with foil, which is basically called my comal. And as soon as it is cooked all the way through and charred, I'm gonna pull it off, and then I'm gonna blitz it in this new little gadget that I got. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it came with my stand mixer. So what I end up doing is just adding in my jalapenos and my charred onion, and then I'm gonna add some mayonnaise, buttermilk. I think I do lemon juice and Worcestershire, and oh my gosh, you guys, this is what tied the sandwich together. This is what tied it together. It was perfect. It was so good. So definitely try this if you guys have the time. And then I also do salt and pepper. Don't forget you guys' salt and pepper. And then I set that to the side. And anytime I'm making sauces like this, you guys, I like to set it for at least 30 minutes in the fridge so that it can kind of come together and marinate together. When it's fresh, you don't really get those ingredients together. You get them all separately in the sauce. But when it has time to sit, they all kind of like meld and marry each other. And it's just way better if you let it sit for, you know, a few minutes. That's good stuff. And now I'm just going to chop my vegetables, everything that I would put on my sandwich: lettuce, tomato, onion, and avocado. And I don't have the chopping sounds for this one today, you guys, because I was on the phone with my brother. Quick little story. I was on the phone with my brother, and he tried the 2-time spicy noodles for the first time, so I couldn't stop laughing. His mouth was on fire. But anyway, that's why I didn't have the chopping sounds today, you guys. I try to keep those in for you, just because I know you guys a lot of you guys like it. And now I'm gonna do my bacon real quick, but you guys know I like to put it in the oven because it cooks perfectly and it comes out straight and it is easy cleanup. So I do my bacon in the oven at 350 until it's, you know, cooked to how you want it. And then after the bacon, I'm going to put together my sandwich. You guys, I really enjoyed this sandwich. I really enjoyed making it. And I hope one of you guys tries it. Because in the mukbang part, you're going to see me talk about it so much. I was obsessively talking about how good it was. But other than that, you guys, I'm super glad you guys are here. What I do is I cut my bread in half and I put it under the broiler. If you guys want to toast your bread really quickly, just turn on your broiler, cut your sandwich in half, put your cheese, your meat, and then put it in under the broiler for like a couple minutes and it will toast it perfectly. And that's what I did, and then I put together my sandwich. But other than that, you guys, I'm so glad that you guys are still here. And if you are, leave me some cheese emojis down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the mukbang part. Welcome back, Loot Crew. And today I've got something special for us. That was kind of cringe. That was kind of cringe. I do admit that was kind of cringe. But today, as you guys can see from the title and the thumbnail, I am doing subs. I decided to switch it up and do something extremely healthy. Extremely healthy. And what's healthier than bacon, subs, ranch, potato chips? I know what you're thinking. In all seriousness, you guys, I decided to do subs today to switch it up. And I like making bread, so I thought, you know, why don't I show you guys how to make homemade potato chips and your homemade kind of like baguette type of bread that you get at the sandwich shops, and make a really, really good sandwich. So today, this sandwich is actually inspired by, let's see, hopefully you guys can see it all. I'm trying to have y'all up in the grill so y'all can see everything. Oh, and I got the big one, y'all. I got the big Milo sweet tea because I kept buying the small ones, and what's the point of doing that if I'm gonna keep drinking it? All right, I'm just gonna pour this quickly. Quick ting. Who is also a fan of Milo sweet tea? Let me know. I spilled my tea in the last video. Okay, so yeah, and just a quick update. You guys know that I'm filming all of these videos ahead of time, so whatever is going on in the comment section and whatever kind of conversations, I will not be caught up until I think 4 or 5 days from now, so bear with me. But I know that y'all acting up, showing out and showing love, so I just wanna say thank you for that. But let's get into a massive bite. So this sub is actually inspired by one of my favorite sandwich shops called Chiba Hut. And it's called the Cali Mist. I'll probably pop it up on the screen, but it's basically like a turkey club, but their style in a turkey club. But this is going to be my style in a turkey club, which is basically lettuce, tomato, onion. I added pickles to this one, jalapenos. I did a charred onion, and jalapeno aioli, and turkey and pepper jack. So let's get into this very beautiful bite. Very beautiful sandwich. Bread is nice and crusty. I really, 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 really enjoyed making this sandwich, you guys. I love the whole process of making the bread, everything. Wow. Wow. What was that? I know my Mac doesn't make that type of noise, I don't think. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna add some more of this because I'm not really tasting it. That is the aioli that we made. Wow. Wow. The chips. You guys hear that? Homemade chips, you guys, look. Homemade chips. Okay, I'm really, really, really proud of this one, you guys. I hope that at least one of you guys tries this. I hope at least one of you guys tries this. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna get some hot sauce for my chips because I always eat hot sauce with my chips, but give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back, you guys. I had to stop in the middle of what I was doing just to get my hot sauce. All right, you guys, let's continue. Wow. I'm actually really excited. Let's buckle down and eat it. I grabbed a couple of serrano peppers as well because, you know, just for the extra spice. I also grabbed some more habanero sauce because I'm obsessed with it. What's this bowl for? Don't know. It's for hot sauce now. It's like I have to have multiple levels of spicy. I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but I need multiple levels. Multiple levels. Hot sauce and chips. These chips fried up perfectly. I couldn't ask for a better fry on those. Everything on my sandwich is pushing upwards. This sandwich is legitimately so good. Wow. By that, wow. Just look at that bread. If you were to make sandwich bread, perfect sandwich bread for your sandwich at home, this is it. It's beautifully crispy on the outside, so soft and chewy on the inside. I'm really falling in love with making bread, you guys. I'm not even kidding. This is one of those recipes where you are gonna impress somebody. This right here will knock somebody's socks off. If you're like, what? You made that homemade? You didn't get this from a sandwich shop? I promise you. I think I'm going to a lot of you guys ask me for a cookbook. It's such a beautiful sandwich. I just zoned out. I just zoned out. Wow. That is a good sandwich. But a lot of you guys ask me for a cookbook. And I hear you. I hear you guys. I want to make a cookbook. I do. But I don't want to just like put something out there. So I've been thinking, you know, over time, as time goes or whatever, however this works out, I do want to release something, but I only want to release all of my favorite meals, like all of my favorite recipes I've done on this channel or of all time. That's the book. That's the book I would make. If I had to make any cookbook, it would be that. It would be all of my favorite recipes from all time, stuff that I want you guys to really, really try at home. And this is one of them. It's like a sandwich and you're like, but I'm telling you, if you got that favorite sandwich shop, or even if you're tired of the same old sandwich, make this sandwich. I swear, you'll love it. I promise. I'm eyeballing it. You see me? I'm like, Can I do another one? I can do a little. I think I can do a little bit more. Y'all. I'm literally just so content with how that came out and how these chips came out. It's like, I think it's because I took my time, y'all. I took my time. Look at that. Normally when I'm doing these recipes, I'm rushing. I'm rushing to throw some of them together, and I like to take my time to develop recipes or to develop anything that I'm doing because I want to make sure you guys have quality just in case any of you guys try it. So cheers to that. Let's take another bite. I just love this bread too. It's like, oh. It's like hugging around everything I stacked in there, it's hugging around the sandwich. Oh Lord. Here we go. Oh. It's like trying it all over again. I didn't put any mayonnaise on here, so I'm being pretty generous with this. It's doing a lot of, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. I can't wait to show you guys this one. Oh, one more bite. Oh, look at that bite. Look at that bite, y'all. Last bite. One more. Okay, one more. Okay, just one more. Yes. Yes. Okay. I just want to do a quick like. Everything in it is so good. I love the fresh avocado. I just love the crunch of the vegetables. I love onions, the tomato, everything sets it off. A sprinkle of the parm. Everything is just setting it off. This aioli just ties it in. These chips, they're so crunchy, so good. And they're perfect. They're like Lay's. You know what? What I did was I ordered some vinegar powder. Did not get here in time, but I was gonna be making salt and vinegar chips, but I winged it at the last minute, and I had citric acid, I had dill and salt, and that is like a tart dill kind of chip, and it worked out perfectly. They're so good. They're so good. Gotta take a couple chips. Okay, one more, I promise. One more. For real, last bite. Look at that bite. I didn't even use this. There's too much going on. If you have a little bit of patience and a little bit of time, you will be very proud of yourself, and you will almost prefer to make this stuff at home. I promise you, if you give it a chance, if you trust in me, I think you guys can do it at home. Don't be intimidated. I know I'm making bread and I'm doing all this stuff, but I learned throughout this, like, I think I've learned throughout like my journey to just kind of take my time. I'm not in a rush. To just take my time and enjoy the process. I love the process of things. You guys know that about me. Well, I hope you know, because you know, if you're getting off work, you're not about to whip this up. But if you got time on the weekend or a free day or whatever, and you're bored and you want to kind of just, you know, throw something together. This is for all my foodies who want to try something new. Try this. Simple, good, delicious. Whew. That was good. I gotta wrap it up, y'all. I got to wrap it up. Your girl has been working. I got some other stuff to film for you guys, so I don't got time. I don't got time to sit here. But cheers to that, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. If you can tell, I'm a little bit more relaxed in this video, and that's because I finally have filmed some videos ahead, so I'm not so stressed out, and I'm chilling now. I feel good. I feel better about my camera settings, so we're just gonna cruise right along. We're gonna get these out to you guys, and thank you guys for being patient with me. If you guys are still here, what do we got? If you guys are still here, leave me some bread loaf emojis, because this bread, it's bomb. I'm running out of food emojis, I know. So I'm trying to think of all the emojis I could say, and I don't really remember that many food emojis. But anyway, that was so good. I'll see you guys in the next video.